Okay, as far as we know, she could have been sitting there thinking he's he's gonna rip my head off. He had no idea what his intentions were, but he really did show a side of him to her, and I think that she noticed that because Caroline's not one to let that go.
Oh my gosh, it did it
Is
again.
what?
Well, she's coming through on mine, so you can do that thing again
I
if you
guess so.
want.
Do I keep talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep on.
Sorry, I'm talking for so long.
That's good.
I'll be quiet in a second, I promise. But I don't know. I feel like they opened up to each other in the way that Klaus was telling her so many things he had never told anyone else before, and Caroline was listening. It's not like she really had a choice, but there was something there that she understood him as well. They could relate to each other. And I think that's why they have the potential to move on forward, especially because he was so kind to her. I mean, he went the extra step. He bought her a gift. That even says something. And I don't think he could have faked all of that, whatever he was feeling in that moment. I don't think he expected to feel it, but I don't think he could have faked it either. So,
All right, Jen said he's lonely and looking for someone to truly, truly understand him. He's tried Stefan, he's tried Tyler, he's tried to get close to his hybrids, but he can't. He's so alone and he wants someone to understand him so badly. His surprised face when he says, "On your birthday, do you think that low of me?" It should be addressed how amazed if Joseph did that during that scene because he spoke with such emotion. It was raw, not fake like he usually talks. He's kind of can't believe how poorly they think of him. He's like a child when he does these things. A child who spills his milk but doesn't understand why everyone is upset because he's stained the carpet. He doesn't see how much he's affecting others, and Caroline kind of showed him that on a personal level just by easily saying, "Are you going to kill me?" He's thinking, is this honestly what they think of me when they see me? Death automatically, do they think death? The gift was to prove that he's not evil inside. So, I don't know. I agree with what Jen said.
yeah, I don't know why I talk. Jen always nails it in like 10 sentences.
I know.
Because, like, for me, I don't even know how to describe what I was seeing, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But I do think
Listen
that
to
there's
the
a lot of
typing.
potential there.
So,
What?
Okay.
whoever's typing, type and listen to this.
Oh my god.
Nobody's typing.
Okay.
I'm confused.
I hear no one typing.
Nobody's
So.
typing right now, but when it is, like Char's talking and there's typing, and all I hear
I
is
didn't hear
typing.
any.
Well, you can't, but it's coming through on the speakers into the recording. That's what
Jen was typing.
I mean. Anyway.
All right. Okay. So pretty defective X3 asked, okay, so the whole risking Elena's life at the end when Stefan says, "I don't care what you think of me," do you girls think he really means that, or is he just doesn't know how to fix things between them? I
Quick
think it's
question.
well,
Sorry. Are we gonna address whether or not that Caroline reminds Klaus of his sister? Because I think we skipped that.
I don't think he
well,
does. I don't
I
think he
thought
does.
Anna brought it up earlier. That's why I kind of skipped it. But
Sorry.
if you wanna mention it, go ahead.
No, don't worry about it. Because if you guys already covered it, it's fine. But my simple answer is no.
Yeah, that was mine too. No.
Yeah, I don't think she does at all. Um, for the whole Elena and Stefan thing, I think his emotion slipping in as he said that he doesn't care what you think of me, I think that kind of proves that he doesn't know how to fix things. And I think he also thinks that because he feels that no, he can't accept what he's doing, so he doesn't think anybody else could, let alone Elena. Even though she's kept saying like, "I'm here for you, you didn't lose me." In his head, he lost her like long time ago.
Seems legit.
Yeah. Anybody else
Jen,
have?
Jen says he doesn't want to fix things because he doesn't feel like he deserves her anymore because of what he's done.
yeah, I think that's right too. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I mean, because that was like the only moment we saw any form of remorse in him the entire show, which to me, okay, it means he still cares, but at the same time, I don't want to say he's getting farther from it, but before, it was harder for him to hide when he'd be doing these things, but this was like intense. In the car there, he was not backing down and he wasn't showing anything. The only moment he actually showed something was on the bridge. So I feel like we're seeing less and less of this part of Stefan that actually cares. And I know he still cares, but I think it is partially that he doesn't know how to fix things between them, but I think he really did cross a line with that, and I think he recognizes that, and he doesn't
I don't think he
feel
would have
like
done it
Elena will
though.
be able to forgive him.
Well,
And
Jen said, of course he feels remorse. He just can't act on it because he doesn't want her to have hope for him because he can never go back to the Stefan she knew.
That's a good point. I don't know. I don't think he would have done it, but I loved that whole sequence and scene. Loved it. Loved it. It was amazing.
I legitimately almost had a heart attack. I'm not gonna lie.
It was really good.
I just
Wait.
I get what he was doing. I just felt he kind of crossed like a line with where he did it. That to me hurt
yeah.
me more.
That
To
was a
me
huge
hurt.
issue.
That's what did it. I didn't like. I got his motives for doing what he was doing because he was trying to like push that button with Klaus, but to do it on Wickery Bridge and kind of just bring her back to that place, it just like killed me. That's why she was like so broken the way she was.
Oh yeah, definitely, and that's the line right there. It's not the fact that he was. I mean, because what he did was pretty horrible in itself, but the bridge thing, that was just. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's why, like, the second I saw where he was headed, I was like, oh my god, Elena's gonna freaking break down.
It was
yeah,
such a
I
good
was sitting at my
scene,
TV.
though.
I go, "You're going to the bridge? Are you stupid? That bridge! What are you doing with your life?" I was like screaming at my television.
Jen saying the only reason he did that on the bridge was to drive her farther away.
I agree.
Yeah, that was the only reason. It's just I hated her being back in that place because it was like, really, you're gonna try to kill me in a car accident on the same place where I almost died in a car accident and where my parents did die. It's just crazy. Well,
I want to take a leap here, and I know this is gonna probably be strange to say, but maybe I'm just reading too much into it. But when he was calling Klaus, I think Stefan has reached the point where he's not only freaking his family and his friends out, he's freaking out Klaus, who I don't know if you can call that his friend, but like Klaus said, he actually Jen just typed.
Oh, Jen, you're so funny.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Can
anyway.
I read that?
No.
Because
We'll go back to it.
they're
in a
not
sec.
gonna know
I'm
why
trying
we're
to get
laughing.
derailed. Okay, just go. Whatever, say it.
Jen types, she's like, I thought Shar said, I'm gonna take a leak here. LOL, go pee, Shar. Derailed.
Like, man, so fair.
Oh,
I was
so
innocent
good.
in that one. That was all Jen's doing, okay?
That was funny.
I don't know where I was. But, okay, yeah. I don't think, because, like, we saw that Klaus was saying he actually did have hope that him and Stefan could go back to the way it was. So I think he wasn't just freaking out Damon and Elena, which he definitely was, but to get under Klaus's skin, I don't think it was just about losing Elena's blood and losing his family. I think in that moment, Klaus was kind of panicked, not just for that, but also it's like, what is Stefan doing? It was like, he was kind of...
It's Jay. Jay's the typer. Holy crap.
deal with it.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right. Well, I think he's also kind of, I don't want to say freaked, that's not the right word, but I think he was a bit unsettled as soon as he like pulled the phone down. Not, okay, here's your leave, that it didn't happen, but at the same time he's like, Stefan's actually off the deep end. I don't think he really realized how much Stefan was willing to do, because like he said to Damon, that kind of love or whatever would not let that happen. But there's that, but at the same time I think he's like, wow, what is Stefan's actually doing more than I thought he would ever do. And I think it also worries him a bit, because I like the lonely thing, the Klaus's lonely part of him. I think he also was still hoping that one day him and Stefan could possibly reconcile, but now it's just, he's just like, what the heck is happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The next question's kind of, well, not like...
Hold on. Wait, Jen said, at the same time, I don't think Damon would hurt Elena that much emotionally. I mean, snapping Jeremy's neck was one thing, but still. We'll never
Well,
know
I mean,
unless we see it.
Snapping Jeremy's neck was pretty much on par with, killing her
Okay.
brother. Is about as bad as it gets. Okay, so Anon asked, I'll be really upset if Selena goes back to their honeymoon, aka perfect phase. The heck? What does that even say? If I was Elena and Stefan almost killed me where my parents had died, I'd never speak to him again. I can't say that, I'm not American.
Well, we kind of we y'all. What are y'all's thoughts on that scene?
I can't say that I'm an American.
I can't.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
just, we don't say that here. I just can't. I don't think I've ever said it in my life. Anyway, anyway, yeah, I don't know. I have a very warped sense of people, so personally, I mean, traumatizing, absolutely. But to watch it, Stefan's just hot. I'm sorry. That's all I see is just.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even. Can't help
The
it.
shallow side of Anna has been revealed.
It's horrible.
I don't think they'll go back to their honeymoon phase
No,
like
I
right
don't
away.
either.
I think they're way past their honeymoon phase anyway. I think they're getting to their realism and whether or not like this is the make it or break it in their relationship.
I wouldn't want them to go back to a honeymoon phase. It's boring and it's not realistic.
No.
You can't
So
sweep everything under the rug and everything be perfect. It doesn't work that way for anyone. It's just not right.
Did you see what Jen put?
No.
It says it'll have to be seasons later. Honestly, he has to be really, really, really back to normal, and he won't ever go back to normal. So.
yeah, I think basically she either has to accept this what like has happened between the relationship. Like I always say, they have to reevaluate their relationship right now. Because it's not.
And I feel like there's something cracked because the only way it could happen in my mind is that all of this, I don't want to say blows over, wrong choice of words, but everything just kind of stops. And Stefan says he's sorry, but she's going to be like, I need time. And it'll be like round 2, you know, like they'll start learning more about each other again, tentatively talking, kind of in the friend zone, just hanging around each other, trying to get used to each other again. But it would take a very long time, and I don't know if Elena could ever cross that boundary into more than friends again.
Which I'm actually, if they do that, like I'm actually really excited to see that because to me that was like my personal opinion. This doesn't affect everybody else's, but to me they never showed that build up in the Selena relationship. Like you never got to see those moments where I want those moments where they're friends and they're building that relationship again. So if they do, I want to see that if the writers decide to rebuild the Selena relationship that way.
Because I think people are thinking in terms of polar opposites, either boyfriend and girlfriend or I hate you, get away from me. I think there's the potential for there to actually be a friendship there. Like Elena will just say, I don't want to be like with you like that, at least right now, I need time, but she's still going to consider him a friend. I don't think she would, like, it's the whole I love you but I'm not in love with you thing.
Yeah. Well, Jen said, I'm actually curious about how they're going to bring that back. I don't know how you go back into that kind of love after everything they've gone through. It's going to be a long road ahead for our Selena buddies. We wish you guys the best of luck, and I mean that as honestly as possible. We know how it is.
Yeah, I just keep thinking I feel so bad for the Selena fans because they're all like heartbroken, I bet.
I'm just going to throw it right out there. I'm starting to ship them. It's the photo. I can't. It's the photo, guys.
You haven't seen the episode yet, Anna.
I know, but that photo.
Jen said she's turning.
I'm in transition.
I don't miss the irony of that.
I'm in
Quick,
transition.
throw her off the boat.
You
are no longer on
I have my own boat.
Swim in the ocean with the life raft.
Okay. Anon asked.
Wait. Arr.
What?
Arr. There's one thing I wanted to say.
Oh.
I'll keep it brief. When we were mentioning the whole Damon snapping Jeremy's neck thing, I think also with Stefan and Elena, it's a completely different thing because Damon snapping Jeremy's neck was like, boom, instant. And it wasn't like building up hurt after hurt after hurt after hurt. I mean, he was never innocent by any means. Oh my gosh, we all know that. And he did hurt her, but with Stefan, it's been like boom, 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 boom. And it's just over and over, and it's getting more intense, and it's getting worse, and he's not really showing outright remorse. Like, okay, it's on his face. You would think that he's still feeling it. You read into it like that, but he's never really saying, Jen, he's never really saying, I am sorry for what I did. Because Damon was like, it was like in a really fast thing, like, oh my gosh, I'm upset, snap. But it wasn't like he was purposely hurting her over and over as hard and as badly as he could. It was a split-second decision, and it wasn't as... I think it leaves worse of a raw wound for Elena because Stefan's doing things repeatedly. Damon, it was a one-time thing, and because of everything that happened after the fact, he was able to, I don't want to say make it up, but he proved himself quickly after the fact to make up for it. So.
All right, so apparently Jen wants to bless you with every holy item in the entire world and more as she drowns you in holy water, and she's saying you have to say what I said.